Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. This is Project Cars, Game of the Year edition. It's a VR PC game. I'm using Oculus Rift. You can also use HTC Vive. I'll try both. Currently I'm using the Oculus Rift. So we're gonna just go through some of the races. I just want to show you a couple of things. Difference when there's dynamic weather, when there's a time of change of time, night, day, dusk, dawn. So we'll go through some of these things. I'll show you the stormy weather, different weather conditions, and etc., etc. So we'll go quickly through this, and I just want you to see how well it performs in the VR. Also keep in mind, I got a very beefy PC. I got a high-end PC, so the whole experience of VR will depend on what type of PC do you have. So we're gonna take this. We'll do a France. This is Runless Essarts. I'm probably butchering this name. So anyway, it's one of the tracks in France. So we're gonna do this. We'll use Mitsubishi right now, and the condition's gonna be just sunny. You know. Actually, we could put a couple of we could put some rain here, just a little bit of rain. We'll put like light rain. That'll do it. Then we'll go back and then we'll start. I want to. There's one more thing I want to talk about before we start this race and everything. It's really important before you get your Oculus set up with two trackings cameras or two tracking devices or three tracking devices. It's very important that you calibrate them properly to truly enjoy the experience of the VR. Means that you will need to put a lot of effort to calibrate your tracking devices. I'm going to do that video one day and show you how to properly calibrate your tracking devices. For right now, let's go ahead, let's do this. By the way, this is in 1920 by 1080, 60 frames per second. And the textures are high to medium, high to medium. The reason being is because I want to make sure that I get the best possible experience here in a VR. So anyway, let's do this. And it's really immersive. The one thing that you will definitely enjoy with the PC version is the amount of detail you will see. But then again, the experience will be dependable on what type of PC do you have. You know, if it's, I highly recommend you get a 1070. Recommended would be 1080. You know, the more beefy CPU and GPU you have, the better the experience is going to be on the this game. Oh god, I almost hit. Also, let me show you a couple of things here. There is a way for you to click on the virtual reality and you can set up the way you want, you know. Right now I'm kind of out of balance, but now I'm like in a good balance here. The graphics are really good. If you look at the car and you look at the detail in the car and everything. So what I want to do here, I want to make sure that I got everything properly adjusted. As you can see my face, my helmet, So this is more plausible right here. They do have this scaling ability where you can scale the environment, but honestly I wouldn't do that because then it's gonna look just ridiculous. Everything will look bigger. So I would bring this down. I would like bring this down a little bit. I would bring it down to like 115. Like that's reasonable. Let's resume. But all in all, you know, once you get the Oculus tracking device set up properly with the proper calibration, I recommend that you use 3 tracking devices. Or if you can, I would go with a 4 for the Oculus Rift. I would use 4. Put 2 in the back and 2 in the front, and you will get much better experience. But so far, you know, you do get that feeling like that you are inside a car, you know. Oh shit. You know, it is really difficult to explain what person is seeing and what person is feeling with VR, because the VR, it's something that you really have to experience it yourself. The reason I'm doing some of these VR videos is just to show you that, not really to show you, just to tell you my own personal experience. Is there a huge difference between the PlayStation VR and the Oculus Rift? Well, yes, of course. You know, the difference is that you get better tracking on the Oculus Rift, and you know, you get better resolution depending on what type of PC you have. You know, there's more games on the Oculus Rift, there's more simulations. So hopefully Gran Turismo Sport will be able to give us something like this, but I hold my breath. I mean, I don't know. You guys also have to remember, PlayStation VR is using that camera. They need to come up with something better than just that camera, and I think their next PlayStation VR units will be much better than what we have currently. Alright, so what I'm going to do here really quick, I'm going to park my car right here, or a little, just like right here, and I'm going to just kind of show you around the car a little bit so you guys can look at it. I mean, you know, look, here's the thing, on a PC version, on the PC in general, you get to put a high resolution. Alright, when you have a high resolution, therefore, even though it's going to be compressed on each eye to 1080, but you know, that higher resolution that's being compressed to the 1080 and 1080 on each eye with higher textures, higher graphical fidelity, with all these different texture filters and all these other graphical enhancements, will make the game look much better, will make the game look more realistic, and therefore will give you a much more immersive experience. So this is where Oculus Rift and HTC Vive are obviously better. Not to mention the fact that on the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive, you can have better tracking. Right now I have 3 tracking devices. I'm thinking about adding another one, the 4th one. These tracking devices are like $60. They're not that expensive. you do have to make sure that you have a powered USB hub. What I have is I have 8 powered external USB hubs 3.0, so that way they're not using the power from my PC. They're using a separate power from the AC outlet, and therefore I have a better tracking. I will also do a separate video showing you how to set up the HTC Vive tonight. But as you can see, I mean, it feels like you're inside a car. You know, you can look and check everything. Speedometer, you can see the reflection of the clouds. Look at the brake, the handbrake. Look at the dashboard. So it is pretty darn cool. You know, you definitely have that experience. It looks nice. I mean, it looks very detailed. You know. You can even read what it says here. It says like Mitsubishi main communication system. It looks pretty good, man. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to exit out of here. I'm going to show you a different track with a different car. This time we'll do it with morning, sunrise. First of all, let's try a different car. We're gonna go with the what is this? Mercedes-Benz. We'll go with this one. We'll go with the Mercedes-Benz AMG. This is the beast, and we'll use the same track, but we're gonna change the. We'll change the conditions. We'll go to the conditions and we'll put it clear, medium clouds, clear. The time is going to be 7 o'clock in the morning, so we can see the sunrise. So let's go ahead and let's do it. Again, I'm sorry about my microphone. This is the best I can record is via microphone that's built in Oculus Rift, and I am recording this the highest possible bit rate. So hopefully you guys enjoy. But remember, what you're seeing on the camera,
okay, focus on the lights.
It's different than, you know. Hold on a second.
Some ground off the line. Keep it clean.
Hold on a second. I gotta fix this. I don't know why this is happening like this. Alright, there we go. Alright, this is a sports car, so obviously it's going to look different. Actually, let me change this car. Actually, let me exit out of here. Let me, I'm sorry guys, I want to use a different car. I want to choose a different car. Sorry about that. We'll do this really quick. Let's go with this one, with McLaren. I'll do it. There we go. Let's start. Also depends on the game. Some of these games, they're being updated constantly. They're trying to get the best possible.
Focus on the lights, mate. Let's take him into the first corner. Come on, you can do it.
As you can see, it looks fantastic, man. The detail that you see inside a car and on a rearview mirror, it's pretty remarkable. If you have a really badass racing wheel and you calibrate everything properly, you're truly going to be enjoying yourself on this. Great. I'm having some issues with my tracking right now, so a little bit. Alright, he just punched me. Well, my whole point is here is what I'm trying to say. Once you get everything calibrated properly, once you get your tracking calibrated properly, once you get that done, then honestly, you got nothing to worry about. You're truly gonna experience this game the way it was meant to be. Then you add a racing wheel. I mean, you can truly immerse yourself. Alright. And the sense of speed here is truly remarkable. Alright. And this game, it's really fast. I'm not kidding. Once you put on a VR headset and you start driving this thing, it really feels like you're inside a car driving it. There's another game called Assetto Corsa. I heard it's supposed to be really good as well. Oh. There's different types of views you can have. Hold on a second. Oh, there we are. Alright, let's try another car. Let's exit out of here. Different track and different car. We'll choose a different... What is this? Road America. Okay, let's do this raceway right here. Park a circuit. Let's do this. Click on that. Then here we'll choose something other. There's Formula. I mean, I got all the cars you can think of. I mean, they're all here. What is this, a Mustang? Ford Mustang Trans Am. They even got some old cars. That's cool. They got the NASCAR racing. This time, let's just go with a Ford Focus. Let's go with a Ford Focus just a little bit. We'll do some joyriding here. Okay, we'll just do that really quick. Remember, the whole purpose here of me doing this video, it's not to compete or anything like that. It's just for me to kind of give you my thoughts on the Oculus Rift racing and my thoughts on it and my experience so far.
Okay, get ready. Let's make a nice clean getaway. Get to the first corner first and you can take him.
As you can see, it looks very immersive. You really feel like you're inside a car. I mean, it's the best way I can explain it is like you really feel like you're inside this car, especially when the sun is shining. Again, you know, I'm not even using a racing wheel. The most plausible experience would be for me to use a racing wheel, and I'm planning on doing that as well. But then again, the whole point I was trying to make earlier was that the experience of VR on the PC will be dependent on how you calibrate your tracking cameras, your tracking devices. They're not cameras, they're just tracking devices. Tracking sensors, like how you calibrate your tracking sensors. Like if you calibrate them properly, then you're gonna have a better experience. Same thing with the racing wheel. If you calibrate your racing wheel properly, you'll have better experience. And also, what type of PC do you have? You got to remember, if you have something like 970, 980, you're still going to be able to do this, you know, but you're going to have to sacrifice on some features, graphical fidelity features. I recommend Pascal. I recommend 1070 or 1060. 1060 is fine.
Got some pressure from the guy behind. You'll need to brake as late as you can. You may need to cover the inside line.
But 1070 and 1080 I definitely recommend. Also 7th generation i7 processor. You definitely want to go with that as well. So again, you know, it really depends on your PC and how you got your tracking sensors calibrated. All of these elements, they will play a major role on the experience of racing on VR. Like there's one game called the X-Plane 11. I've been playing that on a VR, and then once you get everything set up, once you have everything adjusted properly, it really feels like you're flying the plane. So I just want you guys to know this. You know, it's not just simply you strapping on a VR headset and boom, all the magic happens. No, it's you have to put a lot of effort, a lot of work into it, calibrating it properly. Make sure where you're going to put it, how much room do you have, and then also you have to look at your PC, like can my PC handle this, and what type of graphics card, what type of CPU, memory, all of that stuff you have to look into. So do your homework before you jump into a VR, before you buy VR.
Pile on the pressure, come on, keep at him, you're going to get past him.
You have to look into this, you know, you have to look at these elements. Alright, we're going to do one more. I'm going to do one more really quick. I'm going to change a different track. I'm going to use a Thunderstorm. I'm just going to show you how it looks with a Thunderstorm. So we're going to go with a different track here. We'll use this one, and we'll use the conditions. Going to be rain, storm and rain, like thunderstorm. And then time's going to be the same. Actually, let's put the time at like 5 o'clock. Alright, and then we'll choose a different car. There's this Ford. Let's see what else we got. Cadillac. Got BMW. I got a bunch of cars. Let's just go with a BMW here, shall we? Yeah, alright. I'll go with this Audi right here. Audi R8 Ultra. We can even look at it, see it. Alright. I'm trying to find a suitable car. Should we go with this? Wait. I've got so many cars, man. It's not even funny. Let's go with the old Mercedes-Benz, man. Shall we? Yeah, let's do that. The hell with it. Why not? And after this video, I'm going to end it. I'm just trying to show you different dynamics of the weather and the motion tracking. As you can see, it runs smooth, looks very detailed. This is an old car, obviously.
Green, green, green.
But look at the rain, like it really feels like you're inside this storm. It just looks amazing. You can even hear the rain, like, because this is a three-dimensional sound, so you can hear every and each raindrop, whether it's bouncing here or bouncing there. But it's very immersive. Like, this is like very immersive experience. Oh. Handbrake. And you can see him like changing the, you can see me changing the brakes. Hold on. There we go. Alright, let's also try another car. Let's exit this one. And after that, I'm going to finish this video. I'm going to show you one more car before I end this video. You know. And that's that. Hopefully you guys appreciate some of these videos that I do. Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, we'll go with that. Hold on. Alright, let's do this. You know, people ask me what's the difference between HTC Vive. Well, I'm going to do a setup tomorrow. I'm going to put everything in the box. And I'm going to show you step by step what comes in the box and do the whole
Mate, you need
process.
to focus on those lights and nail the start. Let's stay safe and see if we can take some of these guys off the grid.
One unique thing about the HTC Vive is the fact that it's an AMOLED screen. So AMOLED screen, it's just going to look a little bit better, a little bit brighter. The deep dark level is going to look a little bit better. It's a little bit more cleaner. Like what I mean by HTC Vive is you see a little bit better detail than the Oculus because of the AMOLED screen. But it's a very immersive experience. I mean, you really feel like you're inside a car. It's the best way I can explain it, as I said earlier. You know, it's one thing me talking about this, and it's another thing you strapping on a headset yourself and then experiencing what I'm experiencing. So you truly have to put this headset on your head, and then you truly will understand what I'm talking about. But again, please don't get misled thinking that if you have a mediocre PC, even though it meets the standard, you know, demand, but you guys have to remember the more beefier PC you have, the more high-end PC you have, the more of this you will be able to experience. This is why I have a high-end PC, because of this. This is a thunderstorm and rain with the high textures and high detail. So, hold on a sec. It's pretty remarkable, honestly. The stuff you can see, and And the only reason I can enjoy all this detail is because I have that high-end, you know, 1080 Ti graphics card with a 8 gigs of GDDR5X RAM, high memory bus speed, and of course additional 32 gigabytes GDDR4, and then 7th generation 7700 4.8 gigahertz 8-way processor, quad core. So all of that helps, man, you know. But if you have that, if you can reach out and have that ability to have a high-end PC and Oculus Rift or HTC Vive, you're truly going to be immersed into a full experience, honestly. Especially if you have a good racing wheel, you're definitely going to be immersed into this whole thing. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and park the car right here. Put in the park right here. I'm going to go ahead right here. Put in the park. And just look at how much detail, you know, you get to see. Look at the rain. Look at the clouds above me. I don't know if you guys can see them. That's all happening. That's all being rendered in 3D in real time. Look at these raindrops right here. And yeah. This is why you need to have that, you know, high-end PC to achieve all of this. And I'm running everything at the highest possible settings here, you know, maxed out. And when you have everything maxed out at the highest settings, and then you got 1080p 60 FPS on each eye, you know, first of all, you're getting a much better resolution on each eye, and then you're getting this high-end graphics, textures, and all these effects. It just makes the experience more realistic. You feel like you're really there. Look at that rain and everything bouncing off, you know, and then the lightning and everything, and the cars passing by. It just looks remarkable. And it's one thing me saying this, and it's another thing you guys putting on a headset and then experiencing this for yourself. You know, it's like, I cannot tell you what it's like flying on a plane if you never flown on a plane. You know, well, what does it feel like to take off? What does it feel like to feel the 0G and all that? You have to experience that for yourself. So it's the same thing with the VR. You have to experience it. You know, I'm just here to tell you my opinions on it and everything. Alright, let's move up over here a little bit. And then let's turn around here. There we go. Alright guys, so hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you tonight on the HTC Vive setup, and I'll show you a couple of games on the HTC Vive, and I'll show you how to calibrate HTC Vive, how to hook it up and all that. So hopefully you enjoy. Hopefully some of you guys are enjoying me doing some VR videos. People ask me, well, how come I have stopped doing the OLED and LED calibrations? Because I have so many of those videos. Until something else comes along for me to calibrate, then I'll do that. But at the moment right now, there's nothing for me to calibrate. Some people ask me to do some calibrations on a Fate of the Furious. I might do that, you know. But for right now, I want to give you guys a little bit of different variety and show you a little bit of VR, because I don't think I properly have done the VR. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tonight. Have a good one. Take care.